Hi and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. We're here again in my kitchen and we're about to travel the world. We all are aware of the situation we're in at the moment, and we all know that we probably won't be able to travel for quite some time. But I thought it would be a nice way to travel if we travel the world in our kitchen, which means with foods. So a few of you requested this because a few years back I did a World Food Challenge. I did it on my blog, and you said that since we can't travel, why don't you show us the recipes and why don't you cook for us? Well, I've heard your prayers. Here I am. We're going to start. Today is day one. We're going to Afghanistan. And well, Afghanistan. It's actually a country that I would like to visit if it would be possible, because I've heard from some people that went there. It has beautiful sceneries, it has amazing mountains and lakes and forests, and a few people hiked there and they were enthusiastic. And I'm more interested in the food part, which is mostly, if you're familiar with Persian dishes, like Persian, Middle Eastern kind of vibe, and you eat mostly with your hands. Of course, you find people eating with spoons and forks too. And we're going to do one of these dishes. We're going to do a Kabuli Palaw. Well, first things first, as a disclaimer, all the recipes that I'm going to use are either recipes that have been given to me by friends, family that I've grown up with, that I've checked or looked up on Google or on recipe books. If you, by any chance, are from one of the countries that we're going to visit and know a different type of approach or a different type of recipe or even a different dish, I would be more than interested in finding out what you suggest and trying it. So this said, let's go with today's dish. Well, day one is ready to start. Day one is, as I said, Afghanistan. We're going to make Kabuli Palaw, which is basically a rice dish with, it says mutton or goat or sheep. I have some sheep meat, preferably with bone. And yeah, let's start and see what other ingredients we need. So we will need 2 cups of rice. Here is displayed only 1 because I only have 1 cup, but we will need 2. Then we will need approximately 250-500 grams of meat. Best if it has the bone in it because it gives more flavor. Then we have 2 cups of broth. Here is a very fancy container that I have. I put in some bone broth that I made a couple of months back, and we're going to use it. Then the recipe says peanut oil, but for some strange reason, no supermarket seems to have peanut oil, so I'm using sunflower oil. Then we need black pepper, salt, cumin, and cardamom. Cumin and cardamom, 1 tablespoon each. A stick of, or half a stick of cinnamon, 1 chopped onion, 1 chopped carrot, and half a cup of raisins. And at last we will need some crunch for the final placement of our dish, and I found that peanuts, pine nuts and pistachios are a great solution. All the recipes are on my blog. I will put a link in the description of the video. And I hope you don't hear my fridge, but it's been very loud lately and it might disturb you. First, we heat up a pan. Put in a little oil, not too much. And we saute the carrots and the raisins. I need a spoon. Just a few minutes. That's enough. Now we put them away. Now we use a different pan. We put in approximately 2 tablespoons of oil. And we saute the onion in it. Now we add our 2 cups of rice, 1 cup. Two cups. We fry it a little. And then we add 2 cups of broth. 1 cup. Two cups. I emptied the entire bowl so I don't have to put it into the freezer again. As you can see, it's still halfway frozen. And now we cook it until it's halfway done. I mean, until the rice is halfway done. Now the rice is halfway done. There's still some remaining liquid. That's exactly what we want. We set it aside. Now we use yet another frying pan. I'm going to use again the one that I used for sauteing the carrots and the raisins, just because I don't want to wash 15 frying pans. We heat it up, add a gulp of oil, fry the meat. Now we salt and pepper the meat. Add our cinnamon. The tablespoon of cumin. And the tablespoon of cardamom. Stir it. And we fry it for 5 minutes. Now we are ready to put it on a baking tray. Now preheat your oven at 250 degrees Celsius. I have to check the Fahrenheit. And prepare a baking tray. In your baking tray, place your meat on the bottom. On top of your meat, put the rice. Try to cover the meat with the rice. Now, if you would like to, you can add also some butter. I'm trying to keep healthy. And lastly, sprinkle your carrots and raisins on top. And we go into the oven for about 20 minutes. Now our dish is ready. It's out of the oven. I let it cool down a bit so that I can touch it. And I'm going to transfer it on a plate. And I'm going to try to make a pile or a mountain out of it. And here's our finished Kabuli Palaw. And we're also at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this trip to Afghanistan. And I hope you will visit again. And for now, I'll see you in the next one, next week, with a new country that we're going to visit remotely. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to travel more around the world. And stay safe. Don't lose hope. And we'll see you again. Bye!